that's what happens. So it's beautiful to have you all here and to see you here. And even if I don't see your faces, I know what they look like. Bring them in. All right. Move your cute little self. Just gonna start as we do. I'm going to sit on a block. I'm going to give one to Heart. Okay. If you want one. Then I'm going to sit on a block just so you can really feel your sit bones. And that might be horribly uncomfortable for you. Sometimes if you take 2 blocks, no, I just gave him one, but if you take 2 blocks and you put them together, so you have one underneath each sit bone or even angle them, that might be a happier start. And then a blanket under your feet, because now we've lifted up a little higher than probably you were sitting before. And then just if you're on the block, even if you're not, let's start with a little bit of this forward and back movement just to feel our your sacred sit bones, the way that they're rounded, and they're meant to be rolled over so we can even do a little side to side and to tether us through the legs and down through the feet. And then finding the equal weight or equal presence of your sit bones, lengthen yourself tall. And as you exhale, let your eyes close, your jaw drop, your chin drop towards your heart. Taking a few moments of quiet, separating whatever came before this moment to this moment now. You can lift your heart even a little bit. When we lift the heart, we might arch the back. So we just want to come back to the sit bones, just gently supported and resting. And on your next inhalation, anchor, lengthen. And as you exhale, join these hands at your heart, bow your chin. Releasing any attachment or any aversion to whatever is about to be offered. And to just being open to receiving. Mind, body, breath, spirit. Lengthening tall once again as you inhale and exhale this breath completely. And we'll chant Om together 3 times. Inhale to begin. Om. On your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, we're going to start with a very quick little footy, so you can come off your block unless you're very comfortable, stay on it. Start with your beloved foot. And just warming it up, massaging. Dropping all your awareness to this foot, your breath, your eyes. And just moving the toes around. Giving some space between the toes. Okay, and we'll leave the fingers of opposite hand in between the toes. And be there for a few moments, just very present to the sensations. Maybe aware of the baby toe here. The spaces between baby toe and the toe it lives beside. Good. Okay, I'm just going to take one more breath here. Just open, press, whatever works, and then we'll release and warm the foot. Give it a nice little twist. Kiss. Yes. And then just bask in the simple changes. Okay. Do the same with the other. Tanya, it's not something that I think gets better. I guess if we lived in a place where we never wore shoes and we walked around on the grass and on the rocks and on the sand and on the beach, then maybe our feet would be a little bit more naturally pink most of the time. Okay. And I'm just making my way to the toes, giving them a little twist and a lengthening. Yeah. And leave the fingers in between the toes. Here you can notice too, oh, this, for me, this foot is tighter than the other one. So maybe yours is more open than the other one. How does that happen? Well, because we all live in our own imbalances, and one side is heavier and a little bigger than the other. And even though they look symmetrical, we know that the two sides of the body, or four sides of the body, mimic each other and are also very different. Okay, and just take the final few moments there, or take your fingers out if you're ready. And we'll just give it a nice little rub and a twist. And then a little kiss. And then a moment. Okay. All right, so we're going to start on our backs. And we're going to use the wall. So I'm going to put the legs up the wall, but I'm going to be away from the wall at a comfortable distance. So I'm just going to so quickly pop in, and then I'll readjust. But so you have a nice angle. If you want to put socks on, you know you can do that. And then I'm going to put the bolster underneath the hips. Once you kind of figure out this is a good place, you probably won't need anything under your head once you find this. Okay, oh, wow, I'm just gonna stay here because this feels great for me, hopefully for you. So closer to the wall if you need to, further, bend your knees. We're just using the wall here to shift gravity away from the feet and the legs. And they both want to play with hard. He's got it. Okay. So it's like having, another set of kids. Ones that will never move out or never be toiletry. Which is irrelevant. Okay. So hopefully you're all settled. Just dropping into gravity here, just have it. Back of your heart is resting on the floor, back of the head. Feel free to lift your head and lengthen the back of your neck, back down. Okay. And then, however you have your legs resting, can you rest them? So maybe they want to flop out, or it's better if you bend them. Just let it be restful, as if like the weight of the legs is just dropping into the hip joints, into the pelvis, into the low back, and into the support of your bolster. And just scanning your body now, noticing if you're holding tension in your jaw, eyes, sides of your neck, tops of your shoulders. Okay, we're just going to make a little change. So you might take your feet right to the floor, and then we're going to lift the hips, and we're just going to bring the bolster up a little bit, if that's okay, so that maybe the tail starts to drop and we have an arch in the low back. So once you get here, you might need to windshield wiper and just kind of make a little bit of space in the low back. And then if everything is okay, you put your legs back up at the wall. And this time we have, I want you to feel like
the tailbone is aiming down. It's not aiming towards the wall. And you might not feel that, and don't work too hard to get it because you might overarch your back, but just let that, let's see, the hip creases and the tail just drop. Just naturally, you're not forcing it. The shape of the bolster, hopefully, maybe do that work. You know, it depends how tight the low back is. And then just resting into this as best as you can. Again, we're going to let the legs relax. So do whatever you need to do. If you need to put them on the floor, that's fine too. Again, we're just using this to go against the natural flow of gravity here. So one nice inhale, but let the exhale be that like, oh, can I melt deeper? What can I let go of? I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to take like a malasana squat at the wall. So just walk your feet wide. Your toes can turn out same direction as the knees. And I'm not really letting the knees just, you could let them drop if you really want to. I'm kind of holding them here. Just let that opening of the, pelvic floor be here. You can let the knees drop, of course. Be wherever you want to be. Just softening the whole pelvic floor, the low back. Breathing into the space that is being opened, low belly, and the hip crease, and the hips themselves. Okay. Now just stay here and ask yourself, where can I soften? And then we release from this. I'm going to heel toe the feet. Now, you put your feet down. We're going to bring the bolster back to where it was. So lift your hips, move the bolster down a little bit. And then once you come down, you're going to bring the knees into the chest and let's use this little lift of a bolster. Might, bring your knees in a little more. It's also going to really lengthen the low back area. So just let it move in slow. I'm continuously lifting my head and replacing it. Just allowing the space to be there. Okay. And then wherever you are, however this is, drop in. I'm using my hands, just gently massage the shins because they're here. How often do they get this close? Okay. And now we're here for 5 breaths. So just let yourself, again, be heavy. We're using gravity. The heart of the head. Okay. We're moving into the final few breaths here. I'm going to straighten my legs and they're going to start to aim over my head. It's going to give me a little bit more here. You find your happy place. Okay. If you can let the legs start to come over, I'm going to take my forearms behind the calves. And then I just gently draw down. Maybe if you want to lift your head, you can do that. But just focus on letting the glutes, tail, low back receive this space. Okay. And then we'll release from this and just set the feet on the floor. Do any alignment, padding you need. And then with the feet separate, maybe away from the bolster, you could be right at the wall. I'm going to start windshield wipering. You can open your arms out to the side and massaging the low back, twisting a little bit. Okay, come back to center. We're going to stay with the bolster. You can adjust it however you like. Okay, we're going to cross left ankle over right knee. And then come to windshield wiper here. Just rock this a little bit side to side. pivoting on the right foot. You can even start to take this action into your hips. Maybe you feel like the hips are driving. Okay, and then come into center. Let's take the right foot to the wall. Hopefully you're still there. If you're not there, it's no problem. We are going to bring it into the chest, but let's just start here, take a few moments. So we've changed the angle of the back with the leg. Okay, now I'm going to take that left knee like we do. We wave it in and out. So just let it wave. You can use your left hand if you like, or just move it in and out a few times. Okay, and then we'll come to center and stay here, or we bring it in, and then we have the lift of the bolster is going to support the low back, the sacrum. That might bring this package in a little tighter. And just be here in your space. You could wave this little leg package side to side if you like. We tend to kind of drop over to the left if you have the left ankle on top. I'm going to pull it over to the right a little bit. Let's really get into this, this pigeon on your back, the outer left hip, back of your left thigh, wherever you're feeling this. Okay. And then ask yourself that question, where can I soften? Maybe just the jaw, the eyes. And then we'll release from this. I'm going to put both feet on the floor. Come back to windshield wiper a few times. Okay. Good. All right, come back to rest, and we'll do the second side. So walk your feet hip distance apart. Take the right ankle over the left knee this time. I said bring the feet in, but you might want to walk the left foot out. Wherever you are here, we're going to go to windshield wiper. So you're just waving this side to side. Good. Okay, and we'll come to rest on the bolster. We'll put the left foot at the wall. Just make any adjustments. And then we'll start to wave the right knee in and out. So 3 times. Okay, and we'll come to center. And then you can bring this package in. Interlace wherever you go here. Let's do the wave side to side a couple times. And adjust your head. And we're just going to bring this over a little bit more to the left. Be very present. Where can I soften? B, capital B, capital E. Be here now, right here. Feel the weight of your heart, shoulders, the eyes, even maybe the cheeks of your tush can soften a little bit. Okay, release from this and take the feet to the floor, a little windshield wiper, and then we're going to lift the hips, push the bolster down so it's closer to your heels, wiggle yourself so that tush is on the floor, feet are on the floor. If you need a support for your head, put that there. I have a block here. I'm going to just throw a block over my head. And then we'll drop the knees out, soles of the feet together. Oh, look at that. See this big sigh? I do this, and this big sigh naturally comes in because melt this in. Okay, stop. Okay, and just let this position, use your hands to massage or lightly, gently caress whatever is here, and just let everything melt in. Feeling the breath expanding through the low belly. One more full breath. And then before we come out of this, let's bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, extend your arms over your head. In a way that feels okay, and maybe your arch should do a little bit of cat-cow here, whatever that is. Good. Okay, and then release your arms back, bring the knees up. I'm going to take the bolster over to the right side, and we're going to come into twist. So we've been doing this Alexander twist. I'm just going to take the block up from under my head. You could have another blanket there. Okay, so I know we're very close to the wall. So this is how we're going to do this. So with your feet on the floor, bring your left knee in, hug it in. Now drop your right knee out to the side like you're doing a Baddha Konasana. And then it could stay on the bolster, maybe that's there. Or you'll walk your right leg over to the left as you roll onto your right side, and we place this leg over here. Okay, so I love a little flossing. If once you get here, you just want to floss it, lift and lower that left knee a few times. And if it's too big of a twist, bring the left arm over and just lie on your right side. You can even prop your head up if you like, or be in the twist here. And then, not if your knee is lifting, that's okay. Just take a few moments here. You let everything soften into whatever shape you're in. Find the breath. Okay, one nice big breath in. Sigh it out. And then make your way back onto your back. Okay, take the bolster, just roll it over your body and over to the left side. We'll do that same opposite side now. So we'll bring the right knee in. And we'll drop the left knee out. You either leave it there, maybe supported by a bolster, or you walk it over to the right, roll to your left side, and then open up your twist or not. Find your place. And then once you're here, if you want to floss a little bit, you're going to rock the hips. Let the right knee move a little bit up and down. Good. And then resting whenever you feel, okay, I can rest here. Softening into the shape. Melting the back of your heart in some way. Okay, take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. We're going to roll over to the left side. And we're going to press ourselves up. Like a little wake up. Start in sitting for a moment. However you like. I'm just popping up onto my heels here, but it could be cross-legged, legs out. Just take a moment. You're really very present. Eyes are soft. Okay. We're going to come to hands and knees. I think I'll leave this as it is and just be here. Okay. Good. So once you're here, friend, we're just going to start to wag the tail side to side. And just like this. I might even add the head moving the same direction as the tail. We're going to start to make some circles. So just rolling your hips. Making a nice big circling. Your shoulders are coming in, your head might be rotating. Bask in the joy of this kind of movement. And we'll reverse and circle the hips the opposite direction. Okay, I'll do one more and then we'll do one in the first direction and one in the second direction. Good. Okay, we'll come to center and I'm going to pop into a downward dog here. I'm going to use the wall. I'm going to put my heels at the wall. It could also be child's pose if you feel you'd rather do that. So if I put my heels at the wall, hands are down, just anchor, see if I can lift the hips a little bit. Start to drop your head, resisting gravity as you push your hands into the floor, heels into the wall, breath like you're doing nothing. Okay, if you're here with me, I'm going to take the right leg up the wall, just push in, extend. And then switch legs. Left leg can come up the wall. Just tuck the toes under, pushing the heel to the wall. Okay. We'll come back down and we'll just rest in child's pose. Or walk under your head if you like. And child's pose is not a happy place for you. Bolster, lie on your back, hug your knees in. We'll just take a few moments here to breathe. I did put a block under my head, but my head's not on the floor today, so I'm gonna do that. Just breathing into your low back area. One more breath as we are. I'm going to bring the knees closer together just to get more into the tummy. If that's not happy, you can always put your bolster in your tummy like we do sometimes. Really bring that breath into the low back. Let it open. Let it receive what is being offered. One more breath. And come back to your hands and knees. If your wrists need some movement, move them because hands and knees definitely. There's a wrist stretch. Spread your fingers. Okay, so we're gonna just move into cat-cow like you know and love. Maybe not love so much, but it's a good friend. Move the whole circumference of everything. All right. Yes. Okay, and then we're gonna take some full barrel rolls. So I'm gonna make this longer. Lock the hands forward. We'll drop the belly down, roll to the right, up and over. Let's do this a few times. And then reverse. Okay, good. And then come back to your hands and knees so you're a little bit more into this tabletop. Now bring your knees together. Let's just extend the right leg back and hopefully you have the wall there. Now I'm too close to the wall. I'm just going to scooch it up. If I can get the sole of the foot to the wall, take your time. And then you can look, toes are down. Just going to push that leg into the wall, really anchor, push the hands down, take the belly in, and then sweep the left arm out. And just be here for a moment. The left toes can be tucked under. Find this line between the left arm, right leg, and then release. Now we should be in a good place to take the left leg out. Find this grounding, it's almost resisting this gravity here, pushing down, belly in, extend through the leg and then extend through the arm. And just breathe and smile. Good. Okay, release, come down. Let's sit for a moment. I'm going to tuck the toes under. Let's take a breath or two here. Yeah. Okay. Good. So we're going to clear the low back and we're going to do a wide-legged. Actually, let's do this. Let's turn to the side. If this works, have yourself in the center of your mat. And then we'll take the right leg out. And we'll just start with this, like this rolling of the whole leg. Just a rolling. Good. Okay. Just do one more. I'm going to plant the foot down and then walk your hands over to the left. And once the left hand comes down, we're going to reach the right arm up. I'm going to turn the right hand, take it over the ear. Now my fingertips hit the wall. Oh, I'm going to push into the wall. Push the left knee down. Push into the right foot. And then the left hand. Good. Okay, release. Come back. Now, if you like that with the wall, turn yourself around
I'm gonna stay facing this way, and then we'll just start with the left leg out, and we'll do this little, just a rotation of the hip, and everything else moving. Good medicine, good medicine. Okay, and we'll plop that foot down, walk your hands to the right hand comes down, reach the left arm up, and then you find everything you can anchor into. Turn the left palm, take it up and over your ear, pretend there's a wall or use the wall, and extend. One more breath. Good. Okay, bring it back. Good. I'm going to put the tops of the feet down. I'm just going to sit once again. Okay, I'm going to throw this in here. This is something I've been playing with. You know, we've all heard that you can get up and down off the floor. You know, it increases your longevity. So just going to throw this in. No hands. I'm going to come up. I'm just inching backwards so we can see. I'm going to put the right foot down. Left toes are tucked under. We're going to come up. Yes or no, you might need a chair for this at some point. And then I'm going to take that same left leg back. Okay, maybe top of the foot, maybe toes tucked under. Come down. Oh, amazing. Yes. And then sit or don't sit, because if it's too much to sit here. And then second side. Come up. Left foot, right toes tucked under, top of the foot. Come up. Feet. Yeah, it's interesting too. One side will be weaker than the other. I find that for myself. And then we'll take it back. But you know, it's all those imbalances that live in our bodies. This is where we get to find them. Okay, sit. All right, interlude over. That's yours. You practice that every day. Let's take the hands down. I'm going to take the legs, just knees together, pop your little feet out and come up, and then walk your feet. You know, bend your knees if you need to. If it's too hard to touch the floor here, just make it work, whatever works. All right, I'm just moving side to side, bending the knees. And then I'm going to bring the legs straight as they go, even if it's a bend in the knees, and just rock your hips. Just rock your hips from side to side. Yes. Okay. Good. Bring it to center. And then drop down in the center and widen your feet apart. Walk your hands inside, whatever is here. Find, you know, feel into your feet that you're equally weighted between the heels and the balls of the feet. Let yourself hang. Did you say ouch?
No. I said,
Okay, I said Good. One more breath. Okay, now we're going to come up. I'm going to walk the hands out, turn your little feet out. Maybe you bring your legs closer together, forearms to your thigh. And we're coming up to this like we did this at the wall. Here's your little squat. Maybe you want to move a little bit. Okay, I got this, Joe. Great. Okay, next. And then maybe I have my arms are like goalpost arms. Okay, and just be here for a moment. You're opening the knees, breathe, stand, release your arms, step your feet together. Okay, we're going to go to tree pose. So this is an anchoring, again, resisting gravity. You could use your wall. You're right there. I have my feet on the heating pad. That's nice. Okay, so ground into the left foot. Bring the right leg into your tree, wherever she be. And then hands at the wall, one hand at the wall, one hand up, whatever works. We're here for 5 breaths. You get to play. How can I anchor foot and leg? How can I drop my tailbone evenly? My sit bones evenly. Use the belly to support. Release what you can release. You stretch up. One more breath. Good. And then lovingly release. And just stand. Just feel. Okay. Second side. So right foot down, left foot, wherever she go. You find it. You find the support, the balance, the presence, your tree today.
with joy, with gratitude, with like, ah, wow, look at me, I'm standing on one leg, like I'm a little stork. Do they stand on one leg? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what other? Flamingos.
Flamingos.
Okay, feel the balance and the imbalance. It's all here. Take 2 more breaths. Even if you fall, imagine you're still in it. Okay, and then we come out. Okay, the last one before we come back down. I'm just going to move this up. Okay, so this is what it is. When we were at the dance studio a million years ago, we had the bars. That was great. We used to do it with the bars. We don't have bars. We have a wall. You're going to just step, and I'm going to balance on the left foot, even if it turns out a little bit. Take your right foot to the wall. And just, like you're pushing, we did a downward dog with one leg at the wall. Push into both feet. Now, I know for myself, I can see it on the camera, but I'm a little too high. So I'm going to bring that down. You're just going to find it. And then once you're here and you feel, okay, drop the right hip. Squeeze the thighs together. Reach your arms up. Be in the strength of your legs from your hips out through your legs to your feet. Good. And then start to bend that right knee and take your hands to the wall, even if they're up high. If you want to walk the right foot out a little bit, you need more space. Be in the left leg and the right hip hugging in. Okay, one more breath. Now I'm going to straighten the leg, lift the arms up, then take the hands to the hips, and then step down. And that is a great back clearing. We're going to do it to the side next, but we'll do the left leg first. Okay, so here you are. Look at your feet. The right foot can turn out a little bit. Left foot to the wall. And then you're just going to feel like here, I know I'm up too high, so I'm going to drop it. Squeeze the thighs, belly. Oh, okay. One side weaker, more wobbly than the other. And you get to be like, oh, now I know that. I'm going to lift your arms. Be in the, resisting of gravity here. You're in control of this pose. You are embodying this, getting longer, getting stronger. Good. Okay, I'm going to start to bend the knee. I'm going to take my foot up a little bit. Bring the hands. Yeah, slippery. Take your hands to the wall if that works. You can always floss it. But I'm really in the feet here. I'm hugging the left hip in. Very present. And then I'm going to straighten the leg, take the arms up. Lengthen, take the hands to your hips, and then step down. And just be. Yes, okay. So now the last one. We're going to turn to the side. I'm going to face so that my right leg is going to go up first. So I'm going to stand on your left leg. Just take the right leg up. Wherever she goes, then you might heel toe the left leg longer. You can get it straight. Maybe drop it down. Find your place here so that you feel extended. Okay, I'm going to lift the arms up for a moment. Really be in the legs. Feet are anchored to the wall. Take the right hand down to the right leg. Reach the left arm up. And now start to crescent over, even a little bit. Oh, foot sliding down the wall. Okay, that's an opportunity to anchor. Good. Okay, come on out. Step down. Feel. I'm going to jump and turn around. If you feel like doing that, great. Okay. And then we do the down on your right leg, left leg to the wall, bend, not bend. What feels good? How can I embody my inner Cirque du Soleil acrobatic here? So knee can be bent, friends. You be in this, whatever works. Feel the extension from the hips through the legs to the feet. Lift yourself up. Lift up. And then take the left hand to the left leg and start to crescent over, even a smidgy. Just be. Smile. And then come out.
Okay, gonna bring you back down. You're gonna reach up, inhale. And as you exhale, just forward fold, take your hands to the floor. If you need a block, you need to bend your knees. Feel. Now you want to make your legs wider apart, do that. Maybe you wag your tail. Maybe you do some moving here. Forward and back, side to side. Feel what has been revealed. Okay. All right. Just because we did that thing about sitting, I'm going to come back up to standing, but you're welcome to just come to sit here. And then I'm going to bring the feet together. Now I know that which side is my weaker side is if I take the left leg back first. So that's what I'm going to do. Left leg back, lower, both legs, and then we'll sit. Okay. So good. Little heart is beating. Okay, not hard. Big heart is beating. Okay, we're gonna take a wide-legged forward fold. So I'm gonna take the bolster and I'm gonna sit on that. You sit whatever way makes sense. Take the legs out wide. And I can have my blocks here, you know, if you like to be on blocks when you come forward. Well, here we are. Feel like this is next. When we have these wide legs, we do a little bit of turning. Go as slow as your body needs you to. Good. Now I have the arms are like this, right? So let's change them a little bit. Maybe you reach up a little higher, a little wider, even lower is going to change what's happening. Yes, one at a time. Whatever you know, that's something too. We're here for about another 5 breaths. Just exploring. Close your eyes. What happens if you turn your hands so the palms are facing out? You bring them so they're facing up. Oh. Okay. And we're just going to reach the arms up, get long, and exhale. Bring yourself into this, whatever your version is here. Melting or moving. You know, what do you need? You need to bend your knees. You need to throw in a block, whatever it is. Okay, we started this class off sitting on our sit bones. Now, obviously things are, when we open the legs wide, it changes everything. Our relationship to gravity. You might be able to move a little bit and just imagine you can roll over the sit bones so that the groins come more to the floor. That's the idea of the release, is to come up and over the hips in some way with the torso. So if that doesn't make any sense, then you're just, that's all good. It's not your instruction. And then wherever you are here, friend, you know, maybe you have your eyes closed already. Start to close your eyes, drop your jaw, and release wherever you can here. Where can you soften? I'm just moving into our final few moments. That might mean you want to come up and re-lengthen and drop back in. Melting the heart space. Breathing into your back. Releasing your groins to the floor. Okay. And then walk yourself upright when you're ready. We're just going to turn it into a twist. We're going to twist over the right leg. You might be better off to bring that in. If you're okay with both legs extended, all good. Okay. So I'm going to start with twisting over the right leg. This is always a moment to kind of assess what's happening in the legs. Is this good for me or do I need to bend it? And then when you're ready, just walk yourself over. Okay, we're looking to stretch through the left side. So I'm going to keep that left hip anchored. Maybe the left arm reaches and grabs the outside of the right leg. Okay, maybe not. Breathing. Releasing, softening, opening, receiving. Anything here that is going to be good medicine for you. Let's take 3 more breaths. Really melting into this. And we'll come out, and if you need to bring your legs together and shake them out, do that. You can hear. Good. Okay, and then the second side. So start by turning, adjust. If you need to bring the right leg in, listen to what you need. And start just anchored to the right side and allowing that pose to just very slowly unfold. Not too. The word patience and trust. Let that be your guide. I'm very patient. Whatever's going to happen is going to unfold in its own time. Okay, maybe right hand comes over, maybe not. And really staying with that right thigh, not pressing it down, but just allowing it to release. Offering that same softness to the right outer hip, right side of your back, anything that's, holding you back. You go and be with that. Okay. So there's nothing else to say, but okay. We accept and we anticipate change, patience and trust to the unfolding and to the undoing. The last few breaths here, letting it all go. Okay, very gently bring yourself upright. And we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. If you need to prop up, find your props. A little footy once you're here for fun. Okay, so I'm going to take forward fold here. I am going to move it into a Karmasana. Remember this one, guys? I think it's been a long time. So whatever works is all good. We'll start with the feet together. Could be far, could be close in. Lengthen, and then walk yourself in. And if you can, bring those forearms, your hands underneath your legs here, just for grounding. And then melt in, but going at your own pace, in your own space, at your own place. And just letting the pose unfold. Okay, if you do have the forearms underneath, just letting the legs be very heavy into those forearms. And you can add a little bit of wrist just by lifting the hands up. So you're on the wrist, you're stretching through the fingers. So the full forearms on the floor. Let's see how that is. And bringing my hands back down, but still stay in the pose. Drop in. Breathe well, be well. Soften your face. And very, very lovingly and gently and with tenderness, extricate yourself from that. Just come to sit. I'm going to cross the legs. Okay. And then you can stay like this, or we go into boom, boom. But that's, that's just another place to go. So if that's not there for you today, you just, smile, move it along. And anchoring down, lifting tall, whether your legs are crossed or like this. And then we'll take the left hand across, right hand behind you, move into a twist here. If you want to floss it, you do that. Okay, take one more breath. Okay, if you are in this Gomukhasana legs, I'm going to take this left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Take my left hand and hold the sole of the left foot. And then I've got my fingers wrapped underneath the baby toe edge. And use that to anchor. Okay, one more breath. Okay, release. Come out, stretch your legs, do whatever, because you're just going to change the cross of your legs or change your Gomukhasana, your cow's head pose. Okay, you wiggle if you're here. I think Lindsay's doing this with me. Okay, great. And then we're going to pause here, drop in. We'll move into twist. So right hand comes across, left hand behind, floss if you need to. Okay, full pose. I take elbow to knee. And I'm going to turn the hands, so sole, palm to sole.
Just use that little flexion in the foot. Whatever's happening, that was good work. Good. One more breath. And release. Come out. Move your legs. All right, we're going to come back onto our backs. I'm going to do legs up the wall. We're going to just put a block underneath the sacrum first. So I'm going to stay close to the wall here. Feel free to, feel free, because it's taken on such a different meaning because, I think we're all at a place in our lives too, where you're like, more in your own inner freedom. What do you want to do? Not the shoulds. Okay, take your block once you're down. Prop under your head if you like, but you probably don't need it. I'm going to put the block underneath the sacrum. Oh, I'm going to take 2 blocks. Last time we did 2 blocks. And that's just more support. So I'm going to go highest height. I'm going to bring the 2 blocks and they're going to be right together. So one underneath each of our good friend sit bone or either side of tailbone, I guess, or either side of sacrum. Okay, wherever you are here, you're just using this once again, going against gravity. You can windshield wiper, you can move your hips in some way here. Whatever height you're on with the block, it's good work. Good. Just let this lift, this resistance of gravity. Oh, we're close to the wall. If you want to put your feet at the wall or your heels at the wall, it might shift things in not a good direction, but it's all just playtime. Okay, melting yourself, whatever's dropping off the block, let that be very heavy. Let's just melt this in. If you want to turn it into legs up, that's fine too. Okay, so take one more full breath in. Sigh it out. And then we'll release. Unless you're digging this and want to stay longer, it's fine. Nothing to do now, friends, but move into your Shavasana, legs up the wall, asana. Using that. So whatever you choose is the right place to be. The natural sigh. I know I'm not the only one who does it. And once you set your body into this beautiful support, really thought about, how will I rest today? Feeling the eyes release. Back of the brain heavy, the back of the skull heavy to the floor. Just guiding your awareness down in the body is heavy and as light as can be here. And just receiving any messages from your body, anything that feels spacious, feels like it's changed. Bringing your awareness and your breath there. Your attention goes, energy flows. Bathing yourself with everything within, all that you are. Staying in your restful state for as long as you like. Or it's even before you start to move. It's becoming as heavy as you can. Just savoring this place you're in right now. No attachment, no aversion, just this is what is. You're ready to start to begin your very gentle movements. It's very aware of nourishing yourself through this conscious awakening. Taking your time, when you come to sitting, making a nice comfortable seat for yourself. You take the seat of the yogi, one who has practiced yoga, connected. All they are. Conscious movement. To know yourself deeply is why you are here. Good. Okay. Just connecting to this idea of grounding and the lengthening. And then meeting these hands at the center of you when you're ready and bowing your chin. And bringing it all in. Preparing to seal this practice. The nice inhale to lengthen. Exhale completely. Inhale to begin. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Inhale. Om. Breathe into your hands, catch your breath, and put there what you need. And offer it to yourself. And we'll offer it out. And then we'll take it on back. Yes. Thank you. So, housekeeping, I did put on my website that we were going to be away this week, but we're not. We're here. And Heart thinks it might be next week, but nothing's official. So, I will let you know if we're here. I'm here. Hopefully, you're here. And I did also put December dates there, but also, nothing's firm yet. So they're all on my website. You can check it out and let me know if you're going to be away so we can, it's kind of nice. Anyway, it's all good. Everything's lovely. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you guys very soon. Have a great rest of this day.